Hello everyone, welcome back after a long gap. I was on a short vacation and was not able to record videos or read this book. So yeah, I'm back again. We'll be consistent now onwards. I have no other holidays, so let's start with this. Today is the day 17th, so I'm not counting the in between days when we haven't uploaded a video. This is the 17th day. We have already uploaded 16 videos. Yeah, I guess. And now we are going to see this chapter, which is called UX for Agentic AI. So we all know about what is the agentic AI or AI agents. Nowadays, it's very famous and very popular actually, where a lot of products are only pitching towards us like as an agent, AI agents. But let's understand from a designer's point of view, like what we need to know about this. So this is an example. You can understand like what are the agents through an ant colony, where we have like different types of ant, like workers, soldiers, drones, and queens. So in this one, when if you see a queen, it's a female, and when a queen actually mates with the drones, then drone actually dies, and then queen actually gives a lot of you know birth to different workers. So workers are also females, but they don't get impregnated. So they are just workers. Their life is defined to do some tasks, and if everyone does their job well, then the whole colony actually progresses and it survives for a longer time. So this is the fundamental what we need to understand, that each of the role has a different work, and cumulatively, if you see, then it will create a colony. So this colony is kind of a wrapper of an AI. So it's a that is the AI product we are going to see. But there will be some agents, and agents are going to give you some feedback. So yeah, let me show that on the iPad. So I'll change my screen. uh, See, let's start with one of this example, where we have uh, this agent. It's a supervisor agent. Okay, what this agent is doing is that this human is giving some sort of brief, that okay, I want to find this problem. So what agent do? Agent has like this multiple agents. So this is a supervisor agent. So it's a main agent which is going to divert the work to other agents. But there are other agents who are specialized in doing things. So one specialized agent is doing searching. um, Let me show you through a different color. So if you see this particular agent is doing searching from the database, and then this is going giving back the information to the supervisor agent. And then what supervisor agent does is, okay, it gives some suggestions, and then those suggestions are given to the humans. uh, then human, the partner who wants to find this problem, is actually going to accept those suggestions or reject those suggestions. Okay, so if they accept or reject, based on that, a supervisor agent will be doing some sort of activity, like okay, do I need to do further research or investigation, or should I create a hypothesis based on what I got and give it to human. Okay, so this is the hypothesis part. So the second part is the agent, and this fourth one, if you see, this one is also a worker agent, is also doing the same activity. It's finding the data from the cloud or something. So at the end of the day, what supervisor agent need to do is he just need to find the uh, he just need to find the proper hypothesis, and then it that will be submitted to human. So that is the final artifact of all the research they have done. Okay, so let's see the real life use case of this. If you are able to see this, let me zoom in. This is one of the what you say investigative AI agent which we are seeing. So what it does, this is from I think AWS, and AWS has on the top left hand side, if you see this this particular part, it has this faults and errors. Now you can see the graph actually here, it actually peaks suddenly. So that's an error this system has recognized, and if you see over here, it's showing unhealthy. So what it does, on the right hand side of the screen, here you see that there are actually two tabs, explore related and there is investigate tab. So now what user is going to do is start a new investigation. So this is the human user, okay, who's going to start this investigation process, and he can actually write additional notes over here, and once they submit it, then they are going to see this screen where they are not actually immediately getting the suggestions, but you can see on the left hand side now, you can see this search use case, okay, that observation added by, okay, by this user. Now what is this observation, okay, that we need to understand. So this observation is actually what we saw in the previous screen, that here if you see service operations as this observation, right, and then we investigated like why does that happen. So if you see now this proper UI, okay, as a designer you have to see this became a use case for the AI agent. So now AI agent has like all the agents are working on the different investigation pattern. And yeah, if we see the next stage of the search, then we will be able to understand like what do we have there. If you see this, you know there are, this is the case which we discussed, right? So now the left panel has been decreased. So if you see the previous screen, it was quite bigger because suggestion was not there. So they were showing the whole observation part there, so user knows that okay, I am actually seeing the observation right now. But once the AI agent has done that observation, now a user like human user need to focus on the suggestions part. So okay, on the right hand side it is showing you the observation suggested, where this is kind of a process diagram, like process flow. And the next one, if you see, there is a second observation as well, it's a trace observation. Okay, so there are like two kind of problems. So AI agent has actually found two type of problems. One is the process problem and one is the tracing problem. I am not so much aware of these terms, but this is what we can decipher from the screen. Okay, there are two ways this problem has been explored in different directions. So now you also see this accept and discard buttons. So if you think that okay, this observation is right, as a human who is partnering with this AI, so you can actually select if you want to count this observation or not, and you have this option. So once you select this, then you get your observation added over here. If you see, this is showing that observation is added by Amazon Q developer. Okay, so this is a human developer who has actually approved that suggestions, and it's now added over there. And if you see on the top, like analysis in progress, new suggestions will continuously appear after a few minutes. So it's still going on. So as a human who is working on this, understand that okay, this all things are currently going on. And now what AI agent is doing, it is actually diving deeper into the log insight query result. Like it's collecting the logs, like what happened when this was done. um, and if you accept this, then you will get some suggestions from the AI, this agents, right? That okay, this is the hypothesis is suggested from the AI, and then also you have this control of you if you want to accept this suggestion or not. Okay, so this is how the layers, like layer by layer, like point by point, a user is actually interacting with the agents. So this is like really important for us to understand that okay, it's AI, so it doesn't mean that we are not going to interact with it. So it doesn't mean that when we start a process and then we just need to wait and see what the result is. No, you have to after certain points you have to actually direct the AI to do the right work, because AI sometimes does not know like what human wants. So that's the reason why there, as a designer, we need to actually implement some in between interactions. So here if you see the accept and discard button which we saw, so on the left hand side then it will be moved there. And now if you see on the top as well, the investigation is still going on. Now you have an option to end the investigations. Okay, and it also shows that sorry, impact started 1 day ago, and there is no link ticket. So ticket linking and all is also happening parallelly. But yeah, that was important. And not just that, okay, not just that, you are also going to get possible next steps. So this is like really important for any AI suggestions to be implemented, because these problems are going to maybe recurring problems could be there. So you just want to stop the some of the problems when you are actually not sure about these problems are repetitive or not. So you can also make sure that okay, the next step should be this, so this problem won't happen again. And yeah, let's understand now the now in case about whenever you are thinking about agentic AI, then you have to also think about um, flexible and adjustable UI, which we saw. Okay, that left panel was bigger in the start, then it got smaller, and then it also changed. So that's a flexible and adjustable UI, because to work alongside with human need a flexible workflow, because we are also flexible. We need um, based on the activity, we need to see, we need to focus on a few stuff on the screen, and then when we are focusing on that stuff, it needs to be bigger in size, because that will be easier for us to focus. Okay, and we also need multiple iteration for looping flows. uh, so this looping flows will have different stages, and in different stage we are focusing on different things. That's why we need an adjustable UI. Then if you see the autonomy, so what is this? um, See, then when we are going to give any problem to AI. AI has two ways. Okay, one is to find very accurate solution. Okay, um, and one is like give you ample of solutions. It could be right or wrong, but yeah, you as a human you can decide like what I need to choose. So here, if you see aggressive AI. So what is aggressive AI actually? So when we actually taught this in we actually learned this in one of the chapters where there was a false positive, true positive, false negative, and true negative. So in that case, when an AI agent wants to explore novel ways to solve a problem, so this could be right, this could be right, this could be right. I mean, you might need a lot of wrong in that process, right? Because it's kind of an iteration or brainstorming how we humans do, right? So that's way um, that's the similar way how AI also works, and in that case you need an aggressive AI. So this is the requirement which you need if you need some autonomy in the process. Okay, and yeah, just to try it without thinking. So this should be in quotes because thinking is itself a process for AI. So just to try it, okay, so when you just want to try it without thinking about the cost of the false positive, because false positive are also important to consider when we are choosing an AI, because AI will be whenever we are choosing a use case of AI, we need to see whether we need very accurate result or very creative results. Although there are many categories, but largely it's divided into these two. So if you need more accurate, then you want to reduce the false positive. But if you need more creative, then it's okay if there are false positives. But you what will you be focusing on? It's the iterations. Okay, the more iterations you have, more diverse it also need to be diverse. And yeah, this is one more thing where we are saying that new controls are also required, like for example start, stop and pause as a starting point. So in AI we have seen this multiple times where we need different controls. We have seen that recently only in the example where we saw that accept or reject suggestions. So that was a control, right? But and there was also one more button where you want to end the investigation. So there are three different ways of interaction we have seen, but there could be like much more. Okay, this is one of the example. It's a beautiful example. You can see this on YouTube. uh, just type the sorcerer's apprentice. So this is a cartoon way long back where the sorcerer actually it's he's very inexperienced. He's a new apprentice. Is doing apprentice at one with one senior sorcerer, and he learns a few tricks. So now he decides that okay, I don't need to broom, like clean the room. I can train this broom with magic, that okay, it can take the water and put it there and it will do all my work. But he forgets about the loops. Okay, it will be repetitive, and he doesn't know like how to stop it. So as you can see in this image, it's flooded. Okay, and so it earlier it was not flooded, but when he saw this broom that it was repeating this thing, so he broke that broom, and then that all the pieces of that broom actually created one more broom. So it was like skill. So similarly, if you have to understand about AI, so each AI agent is itself, it's this broom, right? They are going to do some work, but if you don't know like how to use them, if you don't know how to use the loops, iterations and everything, then it will be difficult time for us, because it will do more damage than the benefit which we are seeking for. So yeah, that's it for today. I mean, we have learned a lot about agentic AI, and we will be now moving to the next chapter in the yeah, chapter 15 is finished, and now we are going with the part 3, research for AI projects. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow with the chapter 16. Yeah, thank you, thanks for joining, and see you in the next one.